gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint, where the truth always matters. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. I am your trusted source for hard-hitting conservative news. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Good evening, Americans, and welcome to another electrifying episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. And tonight, we're going to dive deep into the heart of the issues that matters most to you. And tonight, we're not holding back. From the bustling streets of New York to the quiet towns of Middle America, our nation is at a crossroads. The decision we make today will shape the future of generations to come. Tonight, we'll tackle pressing issues head on: the economy, national security, and the fight for our very freedoms. We'll start with the latest of economic front. Inflation is soaring, and families are feeling the pinch at the grocery stores, at the gas pumps. What are our leaders doing about it? Not a damn thing. Or their policies. Are they helping or hurting the average American? Next, we'll turn our attention to national security. With global tensions rising, how prepared are we to defend our interests at home and abroad? We'll break down the latest developments and what that means for our safety and sovereignty. And of course, we can't ignore the ongoing battle for our freedoms. From freedom of speech to the right to bear arms, our constitutional rights are under siege. We'll discuss the latest legislative moves and what you can do to stand up for our liberties. So grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and get ready for a night of insightful analysis, passionate debate, and as always, a healthy dose of common sense. This is the Conservative Viewpoint, and we are just getting started. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the show. It's Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. Hi, Vic. Daniel, what's going on, man? Jerry, when Kamala goes to get her old job back. That's funny right there. She got her knee pads on there, Jerry. There's Pat. Hi, Pat. Well, I'm glad you made it today, Pat. There's Jeff. Lee, what's going on, man? Madeline, how are you doing, Madeline? Thank you. It's glad to be back. What is that? Is that Maduro or something there, Jerry? What do we got here? I said Pat's in the house. Lee, Jerry. We got them coming in slowly but surely. Hopefully we'll get some more people coming in. How's everyone doing tonight? Like always, we're going to be talking about the Democrats because they never fail to produce violence and misery around the world with their lies, their rhetoric. People are being hurt, and the bloodbath, border crisis, and all of this the blood is on their hands. And the people, idiots that are clapping for her at her rallies are as dumb as she is if they don't see everything that's going on. So please don't forget, I forget all the time to do this, so I don't have to keep, and I know all you guys in here right now know everything, all my information, but I put it up for the new people in here and let them know where they can go and add whatever, subscribe, like, friend, whatever it is. Send me a friend's request on Facebook. Doesn't matter. As long as we help get the word out to people, that's what matters. Because November's right around the corner, and we say it every time we turn around. We've got to get people woke up. South America gangs are beginning to take over more buildings in the United States. Yep, and I think, I don't know if I got that today or if that's on tomorrow's show. But we'll find out here in a little bit. It might be on tomorrow's show. Fannie Willis's daughter couldn't. Yep, I saw that too, Jerry. Got just busted with suspended license. Good for her. There's Vic doing a great job. She's awesome. Oh, it's September 9th, buddy. If you guys haven't seen it yet, Leonard, welcome back, bud. I'm glad you came back. September 9th, 7 to 9. Vic and Gab are going to start their show. If you haven't seen it, set the date, set the time. Make sure you guys tune in. I've already got it on my calendar on my phone. I'm excited. Can't wait. Make sure you guys tune in for that. It's going to be awesome. The way it sounds. So, all right, let's see. So we're going to get into this, because the Democrats' lies and rhetoric that they spew from their mouths every day is what we're putting up with. And this is why people are getting hurt all over the place. Americans are being attacked out of country, and I think we're going to get into that tonight. And it's uncalled for because of the Democrats' lies and bullshit and their violent rhetoric that they put out constantly. So without further ado, let's get busy. All right. We caught Amazon is rigging 24 elections against Trump. This is insane and illegal. The spiral video. Oh, yeah. If you guys ask your Amazon Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala? It'll tell you all kind of stuff. But as soon as you say, why should I vote for Trump? It says they're not allowed to talk about this, about political views. Oh, yeah, try it out. Brendan did it. He put a video out, and then some other guy did it right before him and showed the same thing. And that's what AI does, too. If you talk about Democrats or against Trump, it'll give you all kind of information. But if you ask it about Trump to Democrats, oh, no, you can't do that. They're not allowed to talk about that stuff. So they're rigging AI just along with everything else that they rig. So they're a bunch of pieces of shit, and that's what we're here to find out. Oh, yes, all that pure bullshit. So, yep. Yes, that's right. The chicks will be out on the 9th, guys. Make sure you tune in. So, all right, let's get busy here. Let me find my other controller here. So we got, oops, I got to get back over here. Let me take this off real quick. We'll get back over here to my videos because I've got a bunch of videos here today. I got a new segment I'm putting in too, and I'll tell you about that here in a little bit. So it's a new one. We'll see what's going on with that. All right, let me get with it. First, we're going to start off with furious black Californians warn Newsom, sign reparations bill or face consequences for Kamala Harris's presidential run. Now, this is something that I'm furious about, and I've got 3 articles on this right back to back. Because this is something that they started for votes, and it continues to be that. And now all these people have it in their minds for free money. Free money. This is what they want. This is why they'll commit violence and destroy, because somebody promised them free money so their lazy asses don't have to work anymore. And now they're pissed because it's not coming true. Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong here. This is right. So take a look at this first one. It's only 28 seconds. And the first 3 are about this. And this is a joke. This is why I'm glad the hell Newsom's not in here. He's already destroyed California, and it's going to get destroyed even worse. Take a look.
The headline is, Furious Black Californians warn Newsom, sign reparations bills or face consequences for Kamala Harris's presidential run. 2 reparations bills, championed by Democrat Senator Steve Bradford, are facing an uphill battle in the final days of California's legislative session. The bills, Senate Bills 1403 and 1331, aimed at creating a new state agency and fund to facilitate reparations for the descendants of enslaved African Americans.
All right. Now you see this. This is just, oh, I got the wrong damn one again. This is just the start of it. And these people, it just dumbfounds me how everyone wants free shit every time you turn around. So you promise them something, And this is what happens. Okay, I was looking at I gotta look at my comments here too. I don't leave anybody out. Jerry's showing how much all the prices went up under Biden and Harris. Gasoline 51%, electricity 32%, airfare 23%, rent 22%. Kamala goes down. She don't. Never mind. Groceries went up 22%, eggs 47%, cars 54%, and K-12 food 66%. Yeah, people don't want to wake up and see the truth, Jerry. So, except we know the truth, so we don't have to worry about that. But on with this. Black California legislators blame Newsom for reparations fail. Warned Kamala could suffer politically. So, okay, that's a good thing. Let's turn California red. Wouldn't that be freaking awesome? All right. Here we got another one about the frail. If I get the right damn mouse, I would be all right. Second failed reparations. All right. Take a look at this because both of their bills have failed and they're stalemate right now. So take a look at this.
It was not without protest over the state's landmark reparations bill. Two bills did not get a final vote. ABC 10's Becca Habecker joins us in studio with what happened and what could come next.
You know, Alex, many supporters of reparations for Californians who are descendants of chattel slavery in the U.S. feel outraged tonight. That's after Assembly members refused to bring to a vote on Saturday two bills that would have created the infrastructure for meaningful reparations.
Supporters of reparations gathered at the Capitol Saturday in support of two key bills by Senator Stephen Bradford, who sat on the California Reparations Task Force. The task force met over the course of 2 years, hearing from the public and experts on the long-lasting effects of chattel slavery on Black Americans. Last summer, members published their final report of more than 1,000 pages and more than 100 recommendations.
We're 160 years overdue for this.
On Saturday, Senator Bradford hoped his Assembly colleagues would put his two key reparations bills up for a vote. Senate Bill 1403 would have created the California American Freedmen Affairs Agency, tasked with implementing reparations and determining eligibility. Senate Bill 1331 would have established the Fund for Reparations and Reparative Justice to eventually pay for the various forms of reparations.
What people doesn't understand, especially these idiots in California, that blacks were the only ones slaved back in those days. Whites, Chinese, you name it, they were still slaves. And it just pisses me off that these people keep sitting there saying that they deserve it. You heard it yourself right there. They think they deserve it. I don't know how the hell they think they deserve it. But because of that reason, okay, Kamala suffers politically. That's even better for us. But after this bill failed, protest erupts at California State Capitol after pair of reparations bills got shelved. Take a listen to this.
The bills that pass are not reparations. An apology is not reparations.
Chris Lodgeson, a reparation activist with Coalition for Just and Equitable California.
The only bills today that even had a chance of being called reparations or could even get us to reparations are the bills that did not pass. It's one thing if we go out for a vote and we lose. Oh, all right. It's one thing if we go out for a vote, we win, and it gets to the governor's desk, and the governor vetoes it.
Supporters of the reparations say they're not giving up despite the setback.
It has to happen if we're going to have meaningful reparations to the people who deserve it. We're 160 years overdue for this.
Now you see this, and you hear it yourself from these people thinking they deserve everything. This is just like these liberals believing they need free college, free health care, everything. Well, become an illegal criminal and you'll get that stuff. There's another problem right there. So, but I'm sick and tired of hearing these people thinking they deserve this, they deserve
the bills that pass,
and they do not. And it just pisses me off every time I hear that. But this has all been going on, and they're going to get ready to riot in California because of this, because they're promising them everything and giving them nothing because they want votes. And these people can't wake up and see this. This is what it's for. Now it's coming to light, and it's becoming real. And now the Democrats are going, oh, shit, What did we do? We promised this stuff just to get elected, and now we can't do it. That is exactly what's happening. And people don't see that stuff. You need to wake the hell up. You're idiots if you don't see that yourself. There's Tammy. What's going on, Tammy? Tina's in the house. Look at that. Dennis is here. Well, by the way, my brother, a nurse, tested positive for COVID. He took my recommendation to take Listine 4,000 milligrams twice a day for an empty stomach, along with large amounts of vitamin C until diarrhea bell tolerance level, and he beat it in 36 hours. Well, I got another good one for you, Dennis. My wife tested for it and tested positive for it 2 days ago, right after we got back from our trip. And all they gave her was an antihistamine, and she's doing better already today. So, and cold medicine. I guarantee it wasn't COVID, but it tested positive on the stupid test. But remember, that test picks up the flu also. So I think it was just a flu. She's feeling better today. And hopefully she's not dizzy anymore. But that's good to see he beat his in 36 hours. That's awesome to hear, Dennis. Reparation was paid in blood. Exactly, Mark. And hi, Mark. I didn't see you there. But that's what they do. They promise. Oh, did I see Cecil in here? Hey, Cecil, what's going on, man? This is what they promise for elections and voting, and then they get caught up in it, and now they're screwed because people want their free shit that everybody is promising, and they're not going to get it now. So plan on some more violence and rioting because it's a Democrat-run city. Oh, yeah. The flu flew away. Exactly, Dennis. It's all COVID now. You don't have flu anymore. It's COVID. You got the flu, you got COVID. All right. Next, here's mind-boggling. Kamala Harris's campaign looking for an escape hatch to get out of the debate from Trump. Take a look at this very short, 58-second video of them trying to get out of this. Take a listen.
I think that the Harris campaign is looking for an escape hatch, is looking for a way to get out of this debate.
Now, I think the reason why they're trying to get out of this debate is because of that disastrous fake interview with edited fake interview with CNN. Even with it being edited, they couldn't edit it enough to take out the laughable parts that they had in there. That was pretty sad. So what's going to happen? Be right back. Need to share this on X. Thank you there, Lee. If they go one-on-one with Trump, you can't go one-on-one with Trump in a debate. He will eat you alive, especially that dumbass broad. She is so stupid, she can't even recite a poem. She is dumb as hell. There's John. What's going on, John? Kurt's in the house. Look at Kurt there. He smelled dead fish. Oh, yeah, we were talking about Kamala. You're right, Kurt. Oh, man. Sorry about that. Should have made her douche beforehand. Okay. Anyway, but that is the reason I believe that she doesn't want to go to the debate and the Democrats don't want her in the debate because he's going to chew her up. She's doing enough damage on her own right now that if these idiot liberals would wake up, they would see that she's dumb as hell. And these two are going to be the downfall of our country. Period. There's no way around it. I don't know if it's in today's or not, but I got some more stuff about them and their disaster that's going to happen here if she ever gets in. Let me get rid of this. I don't go over that again. Now, we got, this is hilarious. I don't even think this bitch cooked a day in her life. But did you hear? Jackass is gonna jackass. Can't edit that out. Exactly right, Tina. And they are idiots all above, every one of them. CNN with her and Walls, her puppet, her puppy little sitting there behind them. Her moral support dog. She probably pets him on the head so when she gets nervous. But anyways, okay, we've got Kamala Harris told Georgia voters, I wash my collard greens in a bathtub. Man, do you believe that? Oh, yeah. She did that. Take a listen.
So, how do you make your greens? Do you put turkey in them? Do you
bacon.
Put nice. My grandma
I
used
do
to
bacon.
Put bacon. She's put
Garlic.
vinegar.
I put white vinegar.
Yes.
I do. So I start with, I slice up my garlic. Well, but no, first I chop up the bacon
fry it.
and get all that fat going. Then I put garlic, some chili peppers.
Yes.
And then a lot of water and a little chicken stock, and I let it go for a while before I put the greens in. And then, right, so you get that going and all that flavor, and then I put the greens in for a couple hours. Then I do vinegar, and then I cheat and do a little Tabasco.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, but Tabasco of all, like I like Louisiana hot sauce, but Tabasco has that right amount of vinegar. Yeah. And that's how I do my greens.
I see why you get invited every year.
This is the most pressing thing that journalist or so-called journalist could ask her. And I love all the comments in chat. I love that. And Sean, yes, we did. Thanks you to Dennis. And I hope he's doing okay. I hope everything's fine with him. Everything turned out okay, I hope. We were talking about Sean and his father rolling his wheelchair over and having to go to the hospital last night. And people were putting the prayers out to him, Sean, so I hope everything's good. But yes, this is what's pressing on these people's minds, is how she cooks her collard greens. That bitch probably have never cooked a day in her life and doesn't even know what a kitchen is. But I love all the comments about how I got her green dumb bitch. Oh, yeah, they got a double barrel finger. Yeah. Kamala Harris has to go to New Hampshire and try to keep that state. Oh, yeah. There's the accent changes, Lee. I got something for that coming up here. Exactly right, Kurt. She's a lying bitch, and that's all constantly. Mike Pence became a Democrat today. Good, let him have him. Jerry, we don't need that son of a bitch, traitor and bastard. Oh yeah, she carries. That's to get rid of the flies, Leonard. She keeps that Tabasco sauce in her purse to get rid of those flies that are flying around down there. So, oh yeah, faux show, Lee. Oh yeah, what'd he say? Her accent changes more often than her jaws. Oh yeah, we got something for that here coming up, Lee. Back at home with a pulled leg muscle. Oh, well, that's all it is. That's good. Cold beans. All right. Now we're going to get into, let's get rid of her secret ingredient here. Well, if I damn right remember which one I got to use here. I got too much stuff going on up here. I need me a producer to take care of all this stuff. But here we go. Tim Walz flees when asked for reaction to murder of 6 hostages. This is what you get when you have a pathetic piece of garbage like Walz, the lying, stolen valor idiot that's been caught in so many different scandals already, and they're not even close to getting into the White House. But take a look at this from our friends down under about this. Take a listen.
Now, plenty more lefties in this next segment. Kamala's VP pick, Tim Stolen Valor Walz, was asked about the 6 hostages, including an American citizen who were murdered by Hamas in Rafah. This was his response.
What's your reaction to the 6 hostages being found in Gaza?
All right. Thanks, everybody.
More interested in his milkshake. We can't have that melting, can we?
So this is what you get when you ask him about the murdered hostages. This is pathetic. This is just about as pathetic as them not going to Arlington and then saying Trump was there for political reasons only. And if you watched the Dumb Show just a little bit ago, which I was on for a little while, and he showed that woman, that lefty, was crying like crazy. And that's what made me do this new segment today, because I love the people from Sky News and the lefties losing it. So we are going to add our lefties losing it with Sky News on our segment. So look at this.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama and Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps to loosen for the...
Now it's time for Lefties Losing It, and she's done it again. We've brought you Kamala's array of accents previously, but this next one may be my favourite. Listen to how Kamala Harris, who is of Jamaican, Indian and Irish descent and grew up in California and Canada, listen to how she spoke earlier today.
You better thank a union member for the 5-day work week. You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time.
Oh, how many accents are we going to hear from her in this campaign? Well, we got 2 in just a few hours today. Let's hear her. Let's hear how she spoke in Pittsburgh and then Boston. See if you can detect the subtle difference.
So, friends, 64 days. Let's just get through the next 64 days.
Meryl Streep, eat your heart out. Kamala is so authentic. But then wanting authenticity and consistency from Kamala is just asking for trouble. Listen to the passionate way she defends illegal immigrants who pay people smugglers to take them across the border. And then marvel at the enormous backflip just a year later.
A mother who pays a coyote to transport her child through their country of origin, through the entire country of Mexico, facing unknown peril to come here. Why would that mother do that? I will tell you. Because she has decided for that child to remain where they are is worse. But what does Donald Trump do? He says, go back to where you came from. That is not reflective of our America and our values, and it's got to end.
To be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border, do not come. Do not come. And I believe if you come to our border, you will be turned back.
So you get it right there, Lee. There's for you, man. The accent changes to who she's in front of. Her color changes to who she's in front of. Look the way she talks. I mean, you can see it in everything she does. Wherever she's at, she changes. And wonder why people wonder, okay, is she black? Is she Indian? Is she Jamaican? What the hell is she? She has an accent. She doesn't have an accent. And people sit there and say, well, you're racist because she's black. No, she is whatever she decides she is. And that's what pisses me off even more. So this is like crazy. And MAGA, what's going on, MAGA? I've about missed you there. But she decides she wants to flip-flop. And people sit there saying, no, she's not flip-flopping. She's always been this way. No, we've showed it almost in every video that I showed of her. And that is going to be our lefty losing it. And I'm going to try to keep that in there because I love that woman. She is awesome. And she gets some of the best stuff out there. So I added lefty losing it for us so we could get a cackle out of the cackler herself. So it's great to see that. So, all right. Other countries are laughing at her. She's a joke. Exactly, Tammy. We are a laughingstock around the world stage, which with Biden, with her, and walk away walls. And I forget who said that. Sean, I think, said that. Sean said walk away walls. He walked away from his obligations to his country and his men that were counting on him. So that's who he is now. Walk away walls. He did it again right there when you try to ask him about the murdered people there. It's pathetic. Her voice changes with the type of semen she takes. You are what you eat, just saying. Okay, Dennis. TMI, man. Oh, my. I'm quiet because I'm eating carabona. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, Vic's not going to say nothing right now. Jerry says, defund all sanctuary cities, stop paying out federal benefits to the illegals here. U.S. house the power of the purse. Vote Democrats out. People want illegal criminals out, have basic safety and way of life in our cities. And we are going to get into that housing stuff that you're talking about there, Jerry, tomorrow, too. I've already started lining it up tonight, so we're going to have a hell of a show tomorrow. I haven't got into the videos yet, but oh, yeah, I think she meant in her mouth. Oh, okay. All Democrats are fake. Exactly right, Cecil. Then this is what we can't wake people up to see. These idiots see them talking, and it's the first thing that they hear because they don't watch TV. They must turn it on and accidentally get it, or they put an ad out on social media that these people see and say, oh, look, that's true. Only because they see one thing, not that they pay attention to hearings or rallies or anything like that. They don't do research to see what their background is. They believe the first thing that is being brainwashed, manipulated, and that's what the Democrats do. They're pathetic pieces of shit, and this is what we have to stop come November. I work all over the world, 7 different countries this year, and let me assure you that the entire world is laughing at us right now. Exactly right, Leonard. And it's pathetic, when Australia sees it and they're laughing at us and they're down under. They're like a day ahead or something. It's so pathetic. It's unbelievable. I cannot stand it. But all right, next thing we're going to turn to is Congress has 3 weeks to pass a spending bill to avoid government shutdown again when members return September 9th. Well, they are supposed to be, where's it at? I got to get rid of this video first real quick. Oh, I got to show you that too. So, all right, they got a spending bill, but they've got to put the election integrity bill in called the SAFE Act, but the Democrats are going to vote against it. Now, the problem I have with this is you want proof of citizenship. Well, the Democrats are voting against proof of citizenship. Why would that be? Gee, let me guess. Because they want to steal elections again? No, can't be. But before I show you that video, I want to show you this from Kristi Noem, governor of South Dakota, knowing walk away walls very well, and see what she has to say about it. Take a look at this.
Let's bring in Kristi Noem, who knows about walls from her time in Congress and recently and currently as governor of South Dakota, which neighbors Minnesota, where Walz is governor. Governor Noem, good to see you. Thanks for being with us. So again, you served, and I did too, with Tim Walz in Congress, but you've had the privilege of being a neighboring governor of Tim Walz. Tell us what you've seen. What kind of leader is he?
Well, he's a bully, and he pushes mandates down on his people. In fact, we've seen a mass exodus of people out of Minnesota that have sought refuge in South Dakota, and they've come here to get away from what he's done to their families, how he's devastated their businesses by shutting them down, raising their taxes, increasing their costs, that they can no longer cash flow and provide for their families. So listen, this is a completely different Tim Walz than what we served with, Sean. When I served with him in Congress, he cared about people having their Second Amendment rights. He cared about giving people flexibility and freedom. We sponsored legislation together. He was from a more conservative district of Minnesota, but he completely changed when he became governor. We think we saw the real Tim Walz that he had been hiding for several years. He's got ties to companies in China. You don't go to China 30 times to be a tourist, to look at the sites. You go there because you've got an affiliation with their government. You go there and you take students there to learn from them. If you think communism is the way to better protect people, which is what he truly does believe. And he's got ties to companies in China, such as the Beijing Genomic Institute, that he's funneled money to. And that company has ties to communist and CCP leaders. So, he truly is someone that wants to undermine the United States of America. We cannot trust him by putting him in the White House.
How many more scandals do we have to bring about these people? How bad? I mean, she says it all right there. And if it is all true, this man should be arrested right on the bat and put in prison. But he's a Democrat, and it'll probably never happen. This shit is beyond unbelievable. But MAGA makes a good point. The Communocrats are rigging this thing just like 2020. Buckle up. It's going to get crazy. And that's what the communists want. The communists want us to fight each other by dividing us instead of them. Well, the more they do, the worse it gets for them. I don't think they're going to divide us too much as far as conservatives goes, because we know the truth. But it's going to get so ugly that you can't help to think that a civil war could break out because of all this, because of their cheating and their cover-ups and their lies and everything that they're doing. He's a jelly donut. You don't know what's inside him until you put a little pressure on him. Shit. That's what's inside of him. He's full of shit. He's coming out diarrhea. That's what he's inside of. That idiot. There's oh, that's just wrong. Oh, that's just wrong. Every sense of it. Okay. Never mind. You got to be reading the comments to understand that one. But anyways, I'm going to show you this one about them wanting to have proof of citizenship to vote. That is what our country is all about. Take a listen.
A conservative push for stricter proof of citizenship voting requirements may complicate efforts to avert a government shutdown next month. House conservatives are urging Speaker Mike Johnson to attach the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility SAVE Act to a necessary spending bill. While Johnson has acknowledged ongoing discussions regarding the act, reports suggest Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell privately opposes this plan. The SAVE Act aims to ensure that only citizens can vote in federal elections, but strong opposition from Democrats is expected. Biden has indicated a veto if the bill reaches the president's desk, citing concerns over voter registration difficulties. With a government funding deadline approaching and internal disagreements among Republicans, the fate of the SAVE Act remains uncertain. Thanks for listening. Please help us grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And do share your comments and hit the bell icon.
Now, you heard all that, right? This is just another way that you heard what they said about Biden will veto this bill, right? Because of registration difficulties. Now, have we not talked about this? This is what they're talking about when blacks and people of color can't get to a Kinko's to make a copy. They can't get to a DMV to get a ID. They don't know what a computer is. This is just another example of that. They're saying they're using them as an excuse because they can't cheat when you actually have to show proof of citizenship. How much more do we need to show black people this is what's going on? And I think the majority of them are waking up to see that. But they're using them as excuses. And so when they mix the reparations bill in there and this, it's like, okay, which takes over? Money, I guess, beats insults. Because all they're doing is insulting them. It's unbelievable. MAGA says we must preach unity. We have to stay in the United States of America. They know dividing will fall. We have to expose communism and tell everyone that if the communists are able to rig 2024, our fraudulent government will allow our enemies to come in and wipe us out. MAGA hit that right on the head because they are already in here and they are already preparing to wipe us out. because that's why they left that border open. And we have the bloodbath border crisis. So according to them, that Speaker Johnson's being pressured to put this SAVE Act in as continuing resolution, another CR that he promised he would not sign when he became Speaker. Well, he signed what, 3 or 4 already? I say shut him down. Close down the government until these some bitches get this Election Integrity Act passed, because we need this, and the Democrats aren't going to do it. But if that piece of shit demented fool is going to veto it, it's all for nothing. So let's put this over until we get Trump into office, and this shit will go through, especially if we hold everything. All right, let's get on here with this. The proof of citizenship. Now, here's the SAVE Act. And what did I put on here? I have to see what I named it. And this is part of the CR that they were talking about. So I'm not even going to show that one, because it's pretty much the same thing that we had there. What is this one? Whoops. I got to get back over to the other one. That's crazy having to have 2 of them. But according to Speaker Mike Johnson is weighing in about adding the SAVE Act, but Trump's request to add it. And Mitch McConnell's pissed. Well, you've got another rhino here of Mitch McConnell is going to vote against it too. And they need 218 votes to get this passed. But you got rhino Mitch McConnell, which that sumbitch should be in a box somewhere, because he's so old, and I think he's as demented as Biden is. But this is the stuff that he's going to vote against too, and the rest of his rhino buddies are going to vote against. So this is what's got to be stopped, guys. This is why we've got to tell everybody, get everybody out there to vote for Trump. Get him into office. We will worry about the next 4 years after that. MAGA said, every time I talk to a Democrat, I tell them when they're invading CCP, North Korea, Iran, Russia, Hamas, and Hezbollah, start World War III here at home, you won't be spared either. And I am not going to protect anyone that wants to fight to take away my guns. You don't like guns? Don't buy them, but don't ask me to protect you when something breaks off like this. Exactly right, MAGA. Lee says we need to enforce the laws we already have, not keep making new ones that they won't enforce either. Exactly right, Lee. Plus, criminals don't obey the law. So what the hell good is it? Criminals don't give a shit. Trust me. I know. John says defund the government. All they are doing is paying for illegals and laundering our tax dollars through foreign aid. Exactly right, John. Already setting up wars with these gangs coming in and taking over. That's right. That's the whole purpose of the bloodbath border crisis. And they've had this planned all along. Probably they were planning this when Trump was in office. They have invaded our country with criminal gangs, and whether the illegal cast a vote or not, those gangs will be responsible for causing enough problems to give them a free pass for martial law as soon as the election doesn't go their way. Tina, you are right on that one. Here's what these idiots haven't considered. Millions of hunters sit in the tree blinds all day long looking at targets of opportunity for 12 hours a day. Exactly right, Sean. And I need some target practices. I haven't shot in a while, so don't tempt me. But that is stuff that's going to happen. We've got terrorist cells popping up all over the country. We've got all these gangs and everything that are in here. We've got Chinese little Chinamen jingling around all this property that China bought, military-age Chinamen. And Lee says, I need some elderberry syrup. And there is no prisoners, Kurt. I don't ask questions. You're a threat to me and my family. I'm going to take you out. I am going to arm myself with the Second Amendment with every bit of energy that I have. All right, where are we at here? Let's get the right damn mouse again. We'll get rid of this one. Now, Trump says the Biden and Harris have blood on their hands. Not only that he was talking about the Israeli hostages, but every American that has been hurt, assaulted, attacked, murdered, anything by these illegal criminals and the terrorists that come across our southern borders, they've got all their blood on their hand. The people that have died from fentanyl is all on the Biden-Harris administration regime, period. Take a look at this video real quick of that.
More images coming in of former President Trump at Arlington Cemetery, paying his respects on the 3rd anniversary of the 13 U.S. service members killed in the bombing outside the Kabul airport in President Biden's botched exit out of Afghanistan. And the families did invite President Trump here. For more on all of this, let's go to military veteran Jim Hansen. Jim served America for 15 years, including 8 years in the U.S. Army Special Forces. It's great to have you on, sir. So, Jim, Vice President Kamala Harris said she signed off on this. Today she's nowhere to be found. Reportedly in D.C., not campaigning. Can you tell us why this decision-making was so bad?
Because she and Joe Biden have absolutely no clue how the U.S. should project power. They did this on purpose. This was a plan. Trump had a plan in place to do this exfil, but they had a better idea. And they literally ended up outsourcing the security for the exfiltration of everyone through Kabul airport to the Taliban, which is insane. The Taliban required them to go ahead and close Bagram Air Force Base, which we had used successfully and were able to secure for a long time, as one of their demands, and the Biden-Harris administration caved to that. That's what put the U.S. service members in jeopardy, and their blood is on Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's hands.
Exactly right. Every bit of blood that has been spilled since they were installed into the White House is on their hands. Period. Dennis says, don't get dead. Disaster factor tip of the day. Don't forget to be writing these down, everyone. Hunkering down. Hunkering in your house if something goes wrong. 98.6 goes right along with the second rule of prepping, which is also for the Green Beret. That is 2 is 1 and 1 is none. Hint, hint, rules of prepping. This means that you need to have at least 2 ways of keeping your body temperature at 98.6. The first one is making a debris shelter in your home, keeping in mind that the smaller room with no more than one outside wall will not get as cold. Pile clothes, linens, blankets into a large pile. Climb in backwards with only your face sticking out for breathing. This will maintain your body temperature even at below freezing temperatures. 98.6, guys. Keep it in mind. Here's mine.
Hey, this is Nikki from Off Grid Style. Today's short, 5 tips to prepare for civil unrest. Be sure to stockpile emergency food and water. You want to have enough for at least 2 to 4 weeks. Lights and power. Flashlights, lanterns, solar generator, and candles. Have a family plan, and your best option is to shelter in place. But just in case, be prepared to bug out. And have your self-defense tools of choice. There you go. Now come check out the channel for info on prepping, survival, and more.
That is our Don't Get Dead Disaster Factor tip of the day for hunkering down. Thank you, Dennis. That was a good one of yours. Let me get rid of this. Now, I've only got 2 more things on the agenda for tonight. And Lee, I agree with you totally. I've used that statement forever. Better judged by 12 than carried by 6. So don't forget to be keeping notes, guys. I keep in my head in a blanket to raise. If you got one of those heat blankets in your first aid kit, that's a perfect way to help that too. Now we're going to get into this one. And I keep telling you about people being hurt by the Democrats' rhetoric and all that bullshit. You guys probably heard about the U.S. service Marines were attacked in Turkey. And I got a video for you showing that attack right here if I remember which one I've got. So take a look at this, then we'll talk.
Chilling images tonight of a violent assault of 2 Marines in Turkey. A mob captured on video holding one of the men and putting a sack over his head amid chants of Yankee go home. So let's bring in ABC's foreign correspondent James Longman. And James, what more are you learning about this attack?
Yeah, Mary, shocking video out of Turkey tonight. A U.S. Marine attacked by a violent mob. You can see him here in plain clothes. The group grabs hold of him and they put a bag over his head. Another U.S. Marine rushes in to try to save him. He is also attacked. All this happening on the street in Izmir, which is a city in the west of the country. These 2 men were on shore leave from the USS Wasp, which is stationed in the Aegean. 15 people have been arrested as a result. They're from the Turkish Youth Union. And they say they did this because they hold U.S. personnel responsible for the war in Gaza. They say these men have the blood of Palestinians on their hands, although we should say this group has mounted similar attacks like this before. Tonight, Mary, I can tell you both these U.S. Marines are safe, according to the U.S. Embassy. Mary?
And we are grateful for that, James. Thank you.
Boy, so much of this rhetoric. People don't respect us anymore because of this Biden regime. And this is what we have to watch. Sean says, warm rocks around your campfire or water bottles, then add them to your sleeping bag like we did. That's exactly right. The warm rocks you could throw right into a fire, take them out once they cool a little bit, or if you have a glove of some kind, throw them down in there, heat them up, and you'll keep you warm longer than what you expect. Maga's got it. Maga's out of here. Maga, thanks for stopping by, man. Hopefully to see you tomorrow, guys. All right, one more thing I got. U.S. seizes Venezuelan leader Maduro's plane in the Dominican Republic. Now, Maduro is not the real leader, the true leader of Venezuela anymore. But, of course, he has committed his own coup to take over the government and the country and not release it back to the man who actually won. But, and I think I have it on tomorrow's show, but I'll spill it anyways. Did you see where they want to arrest the true leader that was elected by the people of Venezuela? They want to arrest him because he is the true leader, and they're trying to silence him, just like the Democrats do here. So Venezuela is no different than this country right here and the pathetic pieces of shit Democrats that we have. Why couldn't the Marine have been a transgender male in a dress? Right. They probably would have left him alone. Madeline, you're right. Since I run 96.8 and 97.1 daily, I don't have to be warm. Hey, Vic, guess what? I do the same thing. My temperature's always low, too. So we have to bring ours up to be able to hit 98.6. Turkey is joining BRICS, and they will be the fall of NATO. The fall of NATO is already going on, Mark. So it's just going to help them fall even faster. But we get Trump into office, Trump will pull us away from NATO, just like he did before, until people start paying their fair share, and we're not everybody's sheriff. We need to stop worrying about other countries, let them fend for themselves, and see how that works out for them. Exactly right, Dennis. Just don't use river rock or rocks submerged in water, as they can explode when put in a fire. Exactly right, Sean. Good tip right there. All right, guys. Well, let me find my thingamajigger here, but I think that was a great show. What do we got here? Myself as well, Vic. I am 98.6 unless I'm sick. Yeah, mine. Every time I've went to the doctor before my surgery, it was like 97 something. And they say, "Are you feeling all right?" I said, "I'm feeling fine." So, all right, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We wrapped up things quick. I got through all the videos pretty easy today. Plus, we added some stuff in there, which I love. But Maduro's playing. Why don't they arrest the Maduro and put the rightful leader in there? So, but remember, guys, we're going to have a hell of a show tomorrow night. I've already got it started. I'm not doing anything tonight. I'm going to shut down everything, and I'm going to go to bed. So I get up at 6 a.m. for Wake Up America with a Conservative Viewpoint, and I'll do everything in the morning. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll leave you guys with this. As we wrap up tonight's episode of the Conservative Viewpoint, let's take a moment to reflect on the strength and resilience of our great nation. We faced challenges before, and we've always emerged stronger, more united, and more determined. Remember, the power to shape our future lies in our hands. It is in the conversations we have, the votes we cast, and the values we uphold. Each of us has a role to play in preserving the freedoms and opportunities that make America exceptional. So as you go about your evening, hold your loved ones close, stay informed, and stay engaged. Together, we can navigate these turbulent times and build a brighter, more prosperous future for all. Thank you for joining me tonight, guys. Stay safe, stay strong, and as always, stay true to your conservative values. Good night. God bless America. God bless you, and see you guys tomorrow night. Good night, everyone. That's good, Sean.